1, 2, 3, 4, fight!
Hello and welcome to Weird Heat. I'm Brian Altano, and this is Max Scoville, and today we're talking about fighting.
Fighting.
It's fighting time.
Fucking yeah, time to kick ass.
Hell yeah,
time
let's
for fighting.
Go do some fights. I love.
Do you like fighting?
No, I fucking hate fighting.
Oh man.
What kind of question is that?
No, first question. Are we talking about like fighting like when we get in an argument over who didn't buy groceries with your significant other? Or are we talking about the time you hit a guy in the nose in 10th grade?
I hit a guy in the nose in 10th grade. How'd you know that?
I don't know, because I was in 10th grade once. I hit a few noses in my day.
I haven't been in a lot. I think we should talk about both of these things. I haven't been in a lot of physical fights.
Okay, let's get the fun shit out of the way first.
Okay, let's get the real roughhousing.
What was the last physical fight you got in?
Like an actual... Okay, well, I'll put it this way. The last time someone threw a punch at me was about 8 years ago.
That recently, really?
Yeah, I was in San Francisco. This was my fault. I will say that now. I was leaving a bar, and I was walking home, and I had to pee so bad. And I ran down what I thought was an alley, but we don't have those here because this is a weird, broken place. And I started peeing on what I thought was an alley. Turns out it was somebody's door. A woman opened the door about my age, and she started yelling almost in like it was really sad. It wasn't even like angry. She was just kind of like, "What are you doing? Why would you do that?" And I was like, "Sorry." And I just kind of stumbled away, like a dumb NPC in a GTA game. And then I heard, "Hey, motherfucker." And I turned around, and a guy who was like a foot taller than me in my imagination, and as I tell this story, maybe could have been shorter, I don't remember, swung a fist at me, and I did this I'm really proud of myself. I did this like Matrix-like dodge, where I like dropped and bent sideways, and the fist grazed the side of my head, and then I fell back, my hands hit the floor like I was playing fucking Twister, and then I got up and just scurried off into the night. And then I went home and I came into work the next day stinking of alcohol and with like a slight just scrape across the side of my head. And Ryan Scott, who's our friend from the Comedy Button, who was our managing editor at the time, was like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And I told him the story and he was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I had to pee." So that was the last time.
You peed on someone's home.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as a fight.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, when I think of fight, I think it's almost... it takes two to tango or something like that. Like it's
one of us did not tango.
Yeah, that was somebody punching you. I think that was totally
not well either. He's not a great punch.
Well, you're not great at pissing, you idiot. Like,
I'm definitely not. Well, I'm probably about as bad at pissing as he was at punching.
Yeah.
But the biggest fight I ever got into, the really big one, was in 10th grade, and
it's a good year for fighting.
Yeah, I was friends with this. Basically, there was this girl I really liked that I'd known since like 2nd grade, but around like 8th grade and 9th grade. 9th grade, I was in psychology class, and I took a class right there next to her, and I was like, all of a sudden, she, that thing that happens in high school where somebody you've known your whole life walks into class, and you're like, "Oh, wow, she's amazing," and I was like, I want to talk to this girl. I waited and waited and waited, which is a story I should have brought up in the procrastination episode. I kept picturing myself walking up to her locker and going, "Hi, I'm Brian. I know you know who I am, but hey, what are you doing this weekend?" I didn't even know how to begin to nudge myself to give myself the confidence to do that because I was, a scrawny little shithead. Mm-hmm. And basically, I think I called her one day, and we ended up on the phone for like 3 hours. And we just talked on the phone, which is the thing people did back in the 90s. And then we just talked on the phone for a while, and we saw each other at school, and it was really awkward and shy. But I didn't know how to say, like, "I really like you," or "I want you to be my girlfriend," or "I want to go out with you." And so she started dating this guy. And
fucking Derek.
Yeah, we'll call him Derek for the story.
Derek.
That's a good name for it. And Derek was kind of like a goody two-shoes dude. Probably a nice guy, but to me, he was the biggest enemy on earth because he was like dating this girl. This is the reason I still haven't seen the movie Titanic, by the way, because him and her went on a date to go see that, and she was like, "Did you see Titanic?" Everyone at school was like, "Did you see Titanic?" And I was like, "No," because Caitlin went to see it with Derek, and she should have gone to see it with me. And I still haven't fucking seen that movie. So, and I never will, because fuck renting 2 VHS tapes at once.
I got great news for you. Not only are VHS tapes no longer the custom, neither is renting physical media.
That's true. That's true. Well, sort of. Well, digital
Those
media.
things went down like the titular ship, the Titanic itself.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything.
I hear it's based on real facts, though. So me and Derek are both, we're both friends. We're both friends with this girl, but one of us is dating her, and the other is just sort of always there. So if you ask Derek his side of the story, he would say that this fucking asshole was always at my girlfriend Caitlin's house, and he was like trying to smoke weed with her and like probably do finger stuff.
You made him sound like a goody two shoes. I'm picturing like Derek the Abercrombie boy.
All right, well, so I'll put it this way. One day I'm hanging out with her and we're having a great time. Probably just drinking a few beers, and which were like hooches at the time, or whatever the fuck they were. Wine coolers,
road dogs.
We're playing Super Mario Kart. We're just really getting randy, having a great time, not doing anything, not really hooking up. And Derek calls her up, and he goes, "Is Brian there?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "If he's still there when I get there in 15 minutes, I'm going to kick his fucking ass."
And you're in 10th grade?
10th grade. And then I go...
It's like a CW show.
I know. I go to Caitlin, tell that dude to get here in 15 minutes. Okay, let's do this. And so Derek shows up, and he had like a fucking... This is where this is the origin story of my shitheadedness. But he shows up, and she is standing in the living room, and he goes like, "Hey, you should go home." And I was like, "Nah, we're having a good night. We're drinking wine coolers, playing Super Mario Kart, having the time of my life. I'm not going anywhere, Derek." And then he goes, "I think you should leave right now." And I'm like, "Why don't you ask her what she says? Because you don't live here. It's not your house, Derek." And Caitlin goes, not her name either, but whatever. Caitlin goes, I don't want to kick him out. Can we all just like hang out and watch a movie?" And I'm like, "I don't want to watch a movie with Derek." Derek's like, "I don't want to watch a movie with Brian." And I'm like, "All right, maybe you should leave then, because I was here first." And then he goes, "What are you doing? What are you even doing here? This fucking shitty pothead smoking weed and shit like that." And I was like, "What the fuck is your problem with pot? You're wearing a goddamn hemp necklace, you fake ass pothead." And he goes,
really say that?
"Yeah," because he had a hemp
really
necklace on. And I'm like, "You're just cosplaying. You're faking the life of a pothead. You'll wear the clothes, but you won't smoke the weed."
And this is like 1997. No one knows what the fuck cosplay means.
Exactly. Yeah, nobody even knows it. That's not even a word yet. And so he does the fucking unthinkable. Now, at this point, Caitlin stands up, and she's between the two of us who are standing. Caitlin is like facing Derek, and she goes, "Look, guys, I don't want you to fight." Derek pushes her out of the way and swings at me, and I'm immediately like, "Nah, you don't put your fucking hands on Caitlin." So I put him in a headlock.
And you're in her living room?
In her middle of her living room.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Did her parents have like nice glass coffee tables?
All
and
sorts
stuff?
of shit like that.
Precious moments on the mantle?
Yeah, fucking menageries of like ornate artifacts and all this shit. Shit could have gone down. Actually, I think it almost did. It's funny you say that. So my first move immediately, because I grew up with like watching wrestling and shit, is I put the dude in a headlock, and I'm just kind of like, "I don't want to kick your ass, but you don't ever push a girl out of the way to fight me, idiot." Whatever the fuck. I'm talking shit to him. And so he's like struggling and shit like that. And so he immediately goes to the dirtiest move ever. He reaches his hand behind my back, underneath my legs, and grabs as hard as possible my fucking testicles.
Are you shitting me?
No. And so he squeezes my testicles, and I'm like, he's grabbing my fucking nuts. And Caitlin's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So I start punching him in the face, and I push him off, and now he's got a bloody nose. And he backs away, and he storms outside, and he reaches for, I think he had some shitty like cell phone back then, reaches for a phone, and he goes to call, I think he went to call like his friends or his parents or the police. He went to do some sort of minor snitch work. And I come out there, and I'm like, "Don't ever push a girl out of the way again, and don't ever grab my fucking nuts. The fuck is wrong with you?" And while he's standing there, he's like fuming and he's angry and shit like that. And I just look him dead in the face, and I just like cocked back my arm and swung and just fucking clocked him right in the face. Just not even, it was like, I don't even think, I have dreams where I throw punches and they're just like the wettest, saddest. You ever do that, punch in a dream and just like nothing happens, nothing connects?
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just weak.
Yeah, no, it's like Skyrim. It's
yeah.
rough.
I swung back and I punched this kid right in the face. And he immediately, nose burst open. He got into his car and he drove off.
Did he leave a blood trail?
Yeah.
Out the window?
Yeah. And there was like, and so Caitlin is like, you know, I can't fucking believe that happened. She's crying. She's upset, but she's also kind of like, I can't believe you pushed me out of the way. And long story short, they broke up the next day. And she came to my house
because
crying.
you exposed him as a fake pothead.
Exactly. And a nut grabber. And she came to my house the next day to kind of hang out, and she was leaving and she was crying, and she was just like, I just can't believe it's been like a crazy 24 hours. And she was in her car and she was about to drive away, and I was like, hey, and I did that thing with your hand, just universal sign for roll down the window. And she rolls down her window, and I leaned in and I kissed her.
Ooh.
And it was my first kiss.
You suck at telling stories about fights, by the way.
Yeah.
You were like, let me tell you about Caitlin, the girl I kissed in the car.
Yeah. And so, and then we ended up dating for a very long time after that. But that is the last sort of like two people at each other's throats or nuts or necks or faces.
Yeah. Surrounded by trinkets.
Yeah, ornate trinkets of a weird 1990s New Jersey collector woman.
I don't know. I just feel like a girl's living room in New Jersey in the 90s is like a good place to break a lot of shit.
In the European version of Tekken 2, there's a stage select where you can fight in a woman's living room in the 90s. It's not true.
They couldn't bring it to North America. The NTSC version of the PlayStation couldn't render all those figurines getting smashed around fast enough.
There's like NPCs in the background just collecting broken precious moments.
Yeah, that's the Antiques Roadhouse level. No, so it's funny that you said your first story, the one about pissing and then getting hit in the face.
Yeah,
fucking idiot. That was what you said 8 years ago.
8 years ago, yeah.
Man, I feel like my last thing resembling a fight was probably about that long ago, maybe 2009. I had a bad time. I had a really bad time the summer of 2009. I basically dropped out of art school because I got this internship doing video game stuff. And that whole time I was effectively homeless, and I was living in this place that's been dubbed the Sausage House, which was, it was like a 4-bedroom San Francisco apartment, I think. Something like that, which is loosely interpreted. That's just it's a bunch of corridors and shapes that men are living in. But there were like 9 dudes living there, and I knew like 7 of them from high school or something. And I think you never would have guessed that a fucking place dubbed the Sausage House would be just a goddamn boiler room of testosterone. Mm-hmm. But lo and behold, it fucking was, and it was like the worst reality show with no cameras. And I was effectively like, I was broke as hell. Like I was going to work at this unpaid internship, and I was like, you know, living this dream of like, I'm going to be working on this. This was actually like a precursor to what would have been like an IGN show. This was with Current TV. That's how I know Scott Bromley, who we know from the Comedy Button. And then I would go home, and I would go to this hellscape, and I was crashing on a couch, so I couldn't complain too much. But I'd be like, well, I've got, you know, $113 in my checking account. I guess I can afford a burrito this week, you know. And I'd go and I'd get that, and I'd, you know, steal someone's like the fridge was like entirely Tapatio hot sauce. Like there was nothing else in there. And I'd be like, well, maybe it's, you know, it's a Friday. Let's ball out. And I'd get like a 40, you know.
Yep.
And that was a very much a hot sauce and 40s kind of house. But there were dudes coming and going all the time. And like, I think amazingly, the first time I recorded a podcast, this dude tried to start a fight with me.
On the podcast?
Yeah, we were like recording it. When we're recording it, like this is kind of a wacky setup we've got here. This is sort of bullshit, but this was like, there was no video, and we were recording in a room with no insulation or carpeting or anything, just onto a MacBook's built-in mic. So it was like having a Skype call with nobody. It was just me and like a couple dudes just yelling at a laptop in the corner. And in the middle of that, I don't even remember what fucking caused this, but this dude, let's call him Carr.
What?
I don't know.
Why don't you call him Derek?
Derek, let's call him Derek. So Derek fucking busts in. This guy named Derek,
Fucking
Derek, piece of shit, Derek. Apologies to anyone listening.
If
named
you're
Derek. We don't
we're
have
sorry.
any.
It's not
I don't
your
actually
fault.
have any issues with people named Derek.
Yeah, they've
They've
all
all
been
been
very
very nice
names
to
in
me.
real
Yeah.
life. They're just
Yeah.
made up names.
No, this guy, I know his name. But anyway, he came in and he was just, I forget what the fucking deal was. He started talking shit, and he did that fucking classic bully move where it was like kind of like play fighting.
Oh,
And if you're like, I don't want to do that, then he gets mad, which is like a thing that a giant toddler would do before like destroying a small animal. It's
Yeah.
it's very awful. And he like, I don't know, he
puppies do that. Where
Yeah,
like they nip at each other, and then one of them walks away, and the other one just bites him. And
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck is wrong with
It's
you?
fucked up. And it was at a point where I'm like, hey, I have to go to work at like an office tomorrow. Like it's not really work because I'm not getting paid, but like work with me here.
Yeah.
I know that I'm like couch surfing in this fucking this hellhole, but like, and this guy didn't even live there. I don't think he even lived there. He was just hanging around, and he was just a fucking dickhead. And he was just like, he I think he took a swing at me or something, or he like shoved me or something. And I was like,
What was the podcast about?
living in San Francisco, it was just
Okay.
like it was kind of like, hey, it's a bunch of wacky dudes who love to drink 40s
Yeah.
and have Tapatio hot sauce. But like a bunch of shit happened in this stupid house. Like another guy that I'm still friends with. He was just fucking high strung. He rode his bicycle all over the city. Like he was a cyclist.
Right.
I mean, they were all like fixie kids or whatever. But like he was really into the cycling side of it, and he had these shorts that were. I don't think I'm dragging him here or anything. His name was Henry, and he wore these shorts that were like biker shorts, like the kind, you know, like you'd see in like a fucking El Trim video or whatever, except they had like this big like foam ass crack padding thing. So if you didn't have like a lot of padding on your bike seat, you'd have it in your pants.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked fine if you were riding a bike, but if you got off your bike, it would look like you were wearing a huge fucking shit-filled diaper. And so he got home one night, and like his roommates would just it was a constant thing of like this puppy play fighting shit where we're always like kind of fucking just jabbing each other. And one of my sort of roommates, Sean, was just like, oh, look who's home, it's Henry Pooh Bottom, and called him Henry Pooh Bottom, which is like, and we're probably like all like between the ages of like 21 and 24, you know, like it's not teenage shit, it's not sophomore year. And fucking Henry just like loses it. Being called Henry Pooh Bottom just makes him go fucking ballistic, and he just gets up in fucking Sean's face and starts yelling at him. And then I think I like snickered about it, or I like, you know, I didn't live there, so I don't want to really throw my hat in the ring, but I definitely like said more than I should have in the scenario. And we're all friends. It's not like my friend's roommate who's sick of me being there. This is my friend whose couch I'm crashing on, and Henry gets up in my face and he goes, "You don't even fucking live here. Watch your fucking mouth." And I was just like, all right, man, this sucks, whatever.
Holy shit.
And then there was a house party there at one point, and this is the actual part where the proper fighting happened. And it was just, God, this is awful to talk about, but I'm glad we're doing it.
Yeah.
A friend of mine.
That's what we were going to call this show. But it was too long.
Yeah. A friend of mine named Will, who I'm actually really good friends with. He was at my wedding. He's a great dude. But he has this, he's an actor, and he's got this streak in him where he likes to just kind of sort of play like chaotic neutral and just sort of fuck up a scenario and see what happens. Mm-hmm. Like he kind of like, I think he's like, oh, I'm experimenting. I'm seeing how people actually react, because that's good, you know, reference as an actor. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. You're being a pain in the ass. He's gotten better about it. But in this scenario, he got really drunk and he said a bunch of shit to me. About how like I was doing this internship, and it was I was wasting my time, and it was just like really really fucking deep cutting, like fucking insulting, horrible shit,
Like directly under the skin.
Like really, yeah, like fucking just salt in the wound kind of stuff. And I was like, dude, like what the fuck is your problem? Like fuck you. And I think people try to mediate and try to soothe things over, and he was like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And then he like, I swear to God, this is what happened. He blew his, I forget exactly how this happened. Again, we're all pretty drunk, but he blew his nose in his hand, and I assumed that he didn't, like he went like he sneezed or something. He had boogers in his hand, and somehow went in for a hug and wiped his snot across my back.
Fuck
And this was after already saying a bunch of shit to like to fuck with me. Like he was trying to get a rise out of me. And like I'm not a really angry, violent person. And this definitely, like, I kind of snapped at him, and I proceeded to do my special Three Stooges combo that I do, apparently, where I fucking open palm slapped him.
Oh, my God.
Headbutted him, and then took my fist and just bonked him on the top of the head like a Nintendo character.
You headbutted him?
I headbutted him.
It's crazy because there's nothing in the history of my being that has ever told my brain that's a thing I should do with my body.
You have to be fucking booger jacket angry to headbutt somebody. You have to be fucking up there. Like you have to be angry on both a like slapstick like fucking disgusted level, but also on like a you really hurt my feelings talking shit about my internship level.
Wow.
And so I did that, and he's I don't know, either was just hiding it or I don't headbutt very hard, which I don't think is a thing you can actually not do. I think headbutting by definition is fucking hard. And then I got all fucking like DMX voice and just sort of like angry, and I was like, "Don't you ever fucking watch Virginia?" Did the fucking dude bro posturing thing, and I'm on my way out of the room, and I just grab this bottle off the table and I take a swig of it like a movie action hero, and then I look at it, and it's just a fifth of raspberry Smirnoff, and I was like. And yeah, I know this is girl vodka. I don't give a shit. And I just walked out of the room. So that was the last time I had like a physical altercation with somebody.
That's a big one.
Yeah, headbutting somebody is a good, and then
bonk
swinging
on the
fucking.
head. That veers into like you are on the fucking precipice of Three Stooges territory there.
But that was a shit show. I think like there was another altercation that was like the reason I just straight up left that place. Mm-hmm. Like I straight up like left in the middle of the night because like I couldn't do it anymore. The fucking internship fell through, and it was like thinking back on it, like I immediately my go-to was like, oh, like high school is when you fight the most, but like there's this bullshit about like, oh, when you're an adolescent, when you're a teenager, you're more likely to go off. But that doesn't really get out of your system until like early 20s.
For some people, yeah. Some people, it never does.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually, like, it's weird because every now and then, like, somebody will talk shit on the internet and I'll talk shit back and they'll be like, yeah, say that to my face. And I'm always like, no, I don't want to do all that. Like, I actually don't, I hate fighting. I don't want to get in physical altercations. I mean, I'm in my 30s. Like,
I mean, fighting on the internet is that's a different animal entirely.
That's a fucking pain in the ass. But I don't think there's a romance to fist fighting. When I was in high school, we had school fights, and that was the thing we did where they would somebody would tell somebody else, I want to fight you. Mm-hmm. And then those people would show up at like the fucking quad or whatever, the tarmac. They'd pick some stupid stupid
meet
thing.
You by the gazebo at 4.
Exactly. They would make up like a name for a place or an area that wasn't even like on the map for the school,
We'll be at Lincoln Canyon.
The smoke zone or whatever. Yeah. Stowe Lake. And they'd go down, they'd meet, and there'd be a big fight, and they'd fight each other. And it's funny because like one of my closest friends out here in California now is a friend of mine named Tony, and we realized that we both grew up in New Jersey. We didn't meet until we moved here, but we both were at the same fight one time in high school, rooting for different people. And we have different stories about seeing that fight from different perspectives. And the guy I was rooting for won, and the guy he was rooting for lost worse than I've ever seen anyone lose a fight. And we're friends now because we geeked out very early on about a common interest, which was watching that dude lose that fight. Which is very odd. That. But that was it was a appointment-based viewing back then. And I never even for a second thought that's where I want to be. I want to be one of the guys in the main event here. I don't like that at all. When there's a fucking asshole, I won't say I'm like non-combative or like, I try to stay away from conflict and stuff like that. But my tendency as an adult is to sort of just be like, oh, there's like a screaming maniac man at this bar. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to give him his space. I don't really care. Like if somebody threatened me, threatened my family, got really in my face, I don't know how I'd react. Maybe a different story. But I generally have a propensity to sort of just fucking not want to engage in those scenarios. Part of it is the fact that like I'm on camera for a living and coming in with a black eye and a fat lip is not a good look. The other part of it is just like, I don't know who I'll become. Mm-hmm. Like maybe I'm good at it. Maybe I kill him by accident. Yeah. I don't really need that. there's also the law gets involved. You're not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I had a buddy who would get in like actual fights and shit like that. It was it got ugly. You know, it was like, you know, it wasn't cool.
I think the kind of fighting that people like us deal with the most now are marriage fights. Your fights with your significant other, arguments. You know,
I feel like we should come back to. I think we should do arguments at a different time. I think fighting is a good enough topic.
yeah.
Wanna fight about it?
Totally. Yeah, I don't fight about
The
it.
thing about fights, like physical fights, is that movies make them look so fucking cool. Mm-hmm. I think that it's kind of the same shit where like you see like a Jet Li movie. Or not even a Jet Li movie. You see fucking like Roadhouse, where the people are breaking chairs and shit and smashing bottles, and it's like, there's something cool about it. There's something glamorous, like throwing a punch and it makes that noise. In reality, like a punch, it sounds. You hear maybe your teeth like knocking together on your end, like a kind of meat hitting sound, but like it's not a cool like noise.
No. There's very little romanticism to it at all. It's also one thing that almost everyone will tell you who has been in a fight or been in multiple fights is how I don't care who you are, the average human being gets almost immediately winded. You get a surge of energy that's sort of just like, I can do this, and then you're just like, holy shit, that's fucking exhausting. Like that surge of energy is there to help you like pick up a car when your grandmother's under it. You know, I don't know if it's really there to kill somebody or beat somebody in a submission. There's also the fact that weird shit happens, like you bite into your own lip. You could chip a tooth, gritting your teeth.
Dude, the first fight I ever got in, this is so fucking dorky. I'd never thrown a punch or anything. In the first fight I got in was the summer after 5th grade. I was at a day camp. I was doing theater. And we had like a pantomime exercise where like the whole thing was we were broken up into groups of, like 3 or 4 or whatever. And we had to pose each other as statues. And me and this other dude, for whatever reason, like I was like, let me pose you in like a cool fighting pose. And then I think like it was like the teacher was like, stop. All right. And switch. Mm-hmm. And then he put me in a cool fighting pose. And again, like we liked each other. We were friends. And then something happened and we wound up just fucking fighting. And he punched me in the face and I chipped 2 teeth.
Oh my God.
Like I still have a chip in my teeth. Like I feel like I could strip wire with my bottom teeth. There's like a little divot in there.
Right.
And I like it ended and they were like, what the fuck was that? And we were like, I don't know.
You just become wolf people.
I was
for
like,
like 90 seconds.
Again, I was like 11, so like I don't even fully understand what hormones or puberty is, but it's like totally this like Incredible Hulk factor coming in there.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of it is like you can get away with some stuff with your friends. And I think like in high school and college when there's like drinking involved and shit like that, people like roughhouse and like, they kind of like fuck around and do shit like that. And it was weird because me and my brothers, like I said before, we watched like wrestling and Street Fighter and all this shit growing up. And so like
so cool.
Yeah, it was great. And we roughhoused all the time when we were kids. And we had like, we would go in the living room and we would move we would move the coffee table and all this shit out. And the way our living room was, it was a big rectangle. And in one corner was the TV. On one side was a grand piano. It was not a grand piano. It was like a rusty old kind of wooden piano that was like half as, probably a third as deep as a grand piano. It's set into the wall. And then
like a Murphy piano?
Yeah, one of those. And then there were couches on like the north and west side of the room. And so we were like, this is a wrestling ring. And so there was like 4 corners of things you could jump off, like the piano or the TV or the couches. We would move everything out. And we would go in there and beat each other up. We had like, styrofoam WWF championship belts and shit like that. And just like, we knew our limits with each other. Like I talked about before, like dogs fighting each other. They kind of nip at each other. They know the limits of, you don't just punch a guy in the face. And then we went to, and I've talked about this place before on the Comedy Button, the San Gennaro Fair, which was in Hoboken, New Jersey, which was like the biggest Italian festival on the East Coast. I don't even know what they were celebrating.
Hoboken sounds like a thing somebody would say while they're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, it sounds like something Ryu would say, like Hoboken. And so we went there, and this kid came up to me and my brother, and my youngest brother at the time was like 6, and this kid was just like talking shit. And we were like, this kid was like 6 or 7, and we were like, oh yeah, well our little brother's so tough, I bet he could beat you in the fight. And this kid's like, no way, I'll win in a fight. And he walked up to my little brother and just punched him square in the face. And my little brother's nose immediately burst open. Blood was everywhere. And my dad ran over to the kid's mom and was just like, "You're an awful woman for raising such a shitty kid. Like, how dare you?" And we walked away, and we were sort of just like, "Oh, that kid is broken." His idea of like fighting is not just like roughhousing or throwing each other down and like holding up his arm and going 1, 2, 3 like a referee would do and winning the belt. It's just walking up and punching a kid in the face. Like, he's a lot more like street savvy than we are, you know? And so like I've seen shit like that happen a lot where two people start with something that's playful, it immediately escalates into something that's like fucking hospital worthy.
Yeah, I mean, what's scary is when people like when it's like one side is like, we're here to have a nice PG-13 time, and the other one's like, this is rated M for mature. You know, as a kid, I think like it was that theater fight that was really the only time that I got like a proper fisticuffs. You know,
well, I've seen like a big. There's obviously in the last 10, 15 years, there's been this massive uptick of UFC and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff like that. And when we were kids, we were into wrestling, which was scripted and cinematic and fake. It was, you know, soap operas with more oils. And then there was boxing, and you would watch Tyson kill a man in 8 seconds and then go to court. And
bite him in the ear, whatever.
Yeah, and there was nothing about...
UFC's weird because like these dudes wind up just like angrily hugging on the ground. You know, there's like a bunch. It looks like cats fighting, where it's like it's really fast, and you're like, the fuck is that? It's like,
but
and then suddenly they're on the ground like, and just grappling.
Right. And I think with a lot of people, it feels like something they can jump into. Like we're friends with a lot of people that do UFC stuff that we don't even like really talk to them about it. Not like that it's a secret thing, but you wouldn't really know because they don't carry it. They don't wear it all the time. It's not like their thing. But watching boxing growing up, it was appointment-based viewing. Like we all got together. We all chipped in $10. We would order pizza and watch Tyson kill a guy in 5 seconds. But we never walked out of it and started punching each other because that seemed like such a fantasy regulated thing. You had to wear gloves.
Yeah.
You know, like there was a whole charade to the whole thing.
You put clown noses on your hands.
Yeah. And we didn't even think about doing anything like that. So like we would watch wrestling and we would roughhouse, and then we would watch boxing, and then we would play like Silver Surfer for NES and try to eat, you know, fucking sour warheads and shit like that. You know, like you wouldn't punch each other afterwards. But a lot of people, I think, over the last 10, 15 years have been like, hey, I'm a fighter now, and that's I think that that's scary.
The scariest thing about like MMA and UFC is that like, I don't know, you'd see like the sponsorships that like other things get, and like the sponsorship that like UFC gets is fucking Mickey's malt liquor.
Yeah,
they're like yeah, it's definitely on brand, but like,
well, it's funny because you can see like I've seen guys, friend of mine's like at a bar, and like they'll get in like what looks like to be the early beginnings of a fight. And I look at the guy that they're about to fight with, and I look at his ears, and I'm like,
cauliflower
ear?
Yeah.
And they have that. There's that thing, cauliflower to ears, which basically, if you get hit enough times in your ears, they just turn into these like croissants.
It's just, the inside of the ear just looks like Goku's arms.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying. And I'll like tap my friend on the shoulder and be like, hey,
don't do that.
That guy kills people professionally whenever he wants. Don't even bother.
I wasn't like, I got my ass fucking kicked in freshman year. I got in the most fights freshman year, and most of them were just fucking dumb. I punched one kid in the face on the school bus, and they made me ride the short bus for the rest of the year. I don't think I ever told you that.
No, I feel like you were heading there anyway.
It was great. I got home sooner. Like it was because there were less stops.
I thought the long bus would get there sooner.
No,
it's that I head start.
They don't drive at the same exact speed. You fucking idiot.
I got home 8 feet earlier.
You'd be on that fucking bus with me. But no, like I got in a fight with this dude named Frank, and Frank was fucking huge. Frank was like I was fat.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, that's his real
name.
We're
just throwing around real names now?
Shit. It's Frank. What do you want to... Yeah, it was the fucking Frank. You might have seen him on Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Frank Derricks.
Yeah. Frank Rizzo. But no, this dude was on the football team. He was a fucking mountain. Like he reminded me straight up of like the mountain Game of Thrones. Like the dude was like, and I hadn't really grown tall at that point. I think I might have been pushing 6 feet, but like I wasn't like my height now, and I was pretty fat. Like I was a heavy kid then, and I think in my head I was like, everyone's kind of the same size. It was like a video game where it's like, oh yeah, all the NPCs are exactly this dimensions or whatever. And this dude was like noticeably large, and I don't know what I expected, but he was like a longtime bully of this dude I just started hanging out with, and we're leaving the cafeteria together, and this dude Frank comes over and just fucking just shoves my friend into the wall and like sends like that, you know, that thing where you like, where somebody hits like lockers in a movie and there's just like a rattling noise. Like there's just like all their keychains and pens and shit. You're just like, it's just like, you're like, he did that into a wall and just kept walking. And I was like, oh, I'm not okay with that at all. And not really stopping to be like, this boy will decimate you. I went up and I got in his face and like, I was like, hey, fuck off. Like, don't do that. I don't know what the fuck I said. It probably didn't sound very cool, but I just wound up and started screaming in his face and like pointing a finger at him. He's like, don't point your finger at me. And it's like, and I was like kind of fucking crazy kid. And I was like, oh fuck, I'll break my own fucking finger. And he's like, you're fucking bonkers. And I was like, don't fuck with people or something like that. And he did something that was so like, it was such a fucking scary like boss finishing move. He grabbed the back of my head with his hand and punched me in the top of the head. Like he pivoted my head downward and punched me in the top of the head. Which was
lucky
great
you have a
because
great head of hair.
he didn't give me a bloody nose. He didn't give me a black eye. He gave me like a cartoon fucking Wile E. Coyote goose egg on the top of my head.
The shit where the birds were flying around.
Yeah, no, dude, seriously. And this was fall of 2000. This is right around the fucking Bush Gore election.
Oh man.
And I fucking collapsed. And I was like fucking reeling, and I straight up had to go to the fucking ER to get checked to see if I had a concussion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it was a big enough lump that they were like, Jesus Christ. And I mean, Frank was on the football team, and Frank was like he was a big fucking asshole. You know, it was one of those things where it's like, dude, if you're that size, you don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to fucking do anything to prove it. Like, he could have just shoved me into the wall. You know, that would have been fine.
Oh my god.
But they take me to the ER, and they were like, the thing they do if they're checking for a concussion is they look at your eyes and they like, you know, do that bullshit, and they're like, you're not bleeding from the ears, and then they go, who's the president? And I'm like, it's fucking late November, year 2000. No one knows right now. Turn on the TV, motherfucker. Like, it's maybe Gore. Probably Bush. We'll figure it out in a week.
That's like that's a perfect time to have insomnia.
That was a weird time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that dude kind of sucked. It was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Just like punching people in the top of the head, you know?
That'd be like now they're like, name 3 cabinet members. You're like, I don't know, man. They change every 2 days. I can't keep up with you dudes.
I don't even know. Yeah, so I don't know.
So the lump went down eventually.
I didn't get a fucking swing in. I pointed at him and then I got my fucking ass handed to me.
God damn.
So I'm not really great in a fight, but then I'm like, now I'm probably like, I don't know, a head taller than that dude. I don't really know how big he was at the time, but
that was like one of my biggest fears of losing weight and getting fit and going to the gym and stuff like that, is that people conflate that with like he's ready to fight. And a lot of people who work out, they do this too, where they're like, I go to the gym so now I can fight. It's like, no, they didn't teach you how to fight there. Like, I lift weights, you know, or like I go on the treadmill. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is that going to teach me?
How to run away from a fight.
How to run away from a fight, and
keep
then
running away from the fight.
I can lift like small versions of that man if they came at me. Like, people ask me, you know, could you fight like, you know, fucking 20 chickens or one giant chicken? I'm like, I guess the small ones I can lift a bunch of them now. Yeah. Like, I don't know shit about fighting. I don't want to know shit about fighting. Like, if I wanted to know shit about fighting, I would go train. You know, I would go train. I see a personal trainer. I would go train with a fighting expert.
Yeah, go find like a little old man with cauliflower ears to yell at you and tell you you're a bum.
Yeah,
you know?
Find a fucking Pai Mei on top of a mountain, you know, who can hit me with a stick until I bleed, and then I'll learn to walk on water and shit.
No, I think that's the cool thing about getting older is you're like, oh, the likelihood of me getting in a fight in this walk of life is yeah, and then of course that's kind of the whole crux of Fight Club. But I just rewatched that. I'm pretty sure that whole movie is like an allegory for gay sex. Like, if you watch that and you swap out fight with fuck, it's kind of
Oh yeah, because it's a bunch of guys.
They like meet up in the basement of a bar, and this like mob boss comes in. What the fuck's going on down here? And they're like, "Oh, you want to get a part of this?" And he's like, "You guys are all out of your fucking minds." And it's
the motto of the film is basically "Don't ask, don't tell."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like your goal is to go out in the world and get in a fight with a strange man. You know.
Anyway, I hope we didn't fuck up that movie for you. Maybe we made it better. I mean, it's just a film. It's not real. Like, yeah. Also,
it's a good movie.
It is a very good movie.
Great movie. But like, seriously, there's a lot of stuff to, you know, worth rewatching. It's got that wonderful green early 2000s Matrix filter on it. Mm-hmm.
And to add to your theories, a couple of hidden penises in there too.
Huh? Weird.
Funny how that
Yeah.
works. So that's some fighting stuff.
Yeah.
Them's fighting words, as they say.
Yeah.
Or words about fights. Not really fighting words. We don't want to get in a fight.
This is fight music for high school kids.
Yeah. We'll talk about arguing another time. I think that veers into sort of internet comment territory and relationship stuff and friend stuff.
A different, angrier conversation.
Yeah,
but I'm glad we
definitely
got to
different
talk
story.
about bonking dudes in the head and getting goose eggs and whatnot.
Yep, getting grabbed in the nuts and walking out with them Wile E. Coyote lumps.
Fighting
Fucking
sucks,
dumb,
man.
man.
It's fucking terrible.
Stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't piss on that lady's door. You're gonna
Don't piss on doors and don't start fights with dudes named Frank who are noticeably larger than you.
Yeah, and if you choke out a Derek, he'll grab your fucking junk. So just be a heads up on that.
You want to join the real fight club, kids? It's called Talking About Your Feelings. So go out there in the world and tell one of your friends about Weird Heat.
Yeah,
That's
go,
this show.
Go in the comments and tell us your fight stories. Hopefully it's not just like, I fucking killed a bunch of people or like I kick a bunch of dudes' ass all the time.
Yeah.
Tell us a story that made you realize that fighting is not great.
Tell your most embarrassing fighting story.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
That's a good one.
This is Weird Heat. I'm Brian. That's Max. You can get more of our stuff at patreon.com/weirdheat. We put up early episodes and behind the scenes stuff and sort of like, just weird, cool shit we're working on. You can kick us $1 or more there a month and just keep the show going, keep the lights on, make us feel like, there's people on the other end that we're connecting with, which is the reason we're doing this, honestly.
Yeah, if you want to connect with those people, head to facebook.com/group/weirdheat.
Yep.
Or you can also buy a t-shirt on weirdheat.com. You can follow us on Twitter, weirdheat. Send us an email, weirdheat@gmail.com.
Yep.
Write in the comments, subscribe, leave a review.
Yeah,
go for a nice walk and think about what we said.
All of our episodes are on YouTube. You can watch them there, or you can listen to them on any podcast device. So wherever you're comfortable getting this show.
Yeah, just really comfort is what we're trying to go for here. That's why we make this grating black and white video with in an echoey room. Thanks for watching and listening. Yeah,
stay for the comfort.
I love. Yeah, all right, sure. Nice comforting punch in the face.
You want to fight about it?
Anyway, don't fight anybody. Just be good to each other.
I'll fight you.
Have a good one.
Let's fight.
Fucking Derek.
Fuck you, Derek.
One, 2, 3, 4, fight! 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 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 fight! 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 1, 2, 3, 4,